Hello, yes, and welcome here to Jesmond for the first day of this Minor Counties Championship East Division match between Northumberland and Cumberland. And the situation in the match at the moment is we've had no play whatsoever. The covers are on here at Jesmond at the moment, and the weather, it's coming across from our right hand side. There's banks of grey cloud, although we keep getting a bit of sunshine poking through here and there, but at the moment the covers are on. It's been a delayed start, and it's going to be a delayed start, and it looks like we're going to have plenty of time to think about the cricket and talk about the cricket and perhaps write a bit about the cricket, but we're not actually going to see any cricket here at Jesmond for quite a while at the moment. So there we go, our first broadcast here of a minor county championship match on Cricket West Tyne on Speaker online radio. Matthew Erskine speaking to you here for Cricket West Tyne. We fresh from the seaside yesterday and the Tynedale Alnmouth match, where we were threatened with rain all day but never actually got any, and we've come down this morning here to Jesmond and the covers are on. So that's the situation at the moment. Information is seeping out slowly from the clubhouse or the pavilion just across to our left hand side there, that the players and the umpires have decided on an early lunch at 12:30. That's not confirmed, but if that's the case, well, it wouldn't be such a bad thing in any event with this weather as it is at the moment. The breeze is blowing hard here as well. I've just looked out across. It's coming right across from the Osborne Road side of the ground, and we're in our little box here that we've been assigned for the match for the radio, and it's on the Osborne Terrace side of the ground. So just as you come in the main gates and round to your right, and we'll be behind third man for the left-hander from this end, the Osborne Terrace side end, or we'll be for the right-hander at the top end. We'll be down beyond the long-off boundary, looking over down south, looking down towards Heaton and places like that. The scoreboard away across in the top corner there to our right, and as I say, the pavilion across to the left, and the stands in front of the graveyard across to the left hand side there as well. So we're in our little black box here. Yes, we're in a black box, just waiting for play to get underway here at the moment. At our first broadcast, 12 o'clock it's supposed to be, so and by the way, we're in my little black box here, so if we all do disappear here, it's quite comforting to know they might look for us first. But I think at the moment, our broadcasting times, it could go all to a dog's dinner at the moment, but our first scheduled broadcast is lasting 40 minutes from 12 o'clock up to 20 to 1. And throughout the afternoon here at Jesmond on the first day and the second day and the third day, our scheduled broadcast times are that it's 2:30. The next broadcast will be 2:30 till 3:10, then 4:45 until 5:25, and then 6:30 until 7 o'clock this evening. But now the covers, there's a little movement out on the field there. The covers are on their way off. The groundsman's just jumped on his little red tractor there. His knees are quite high. He looks to be he fits in square to that seat with the steering wheel about chest height there. He's pulling the blue covers off. They're all joined together and they're coming off out towards us here and away across they'll come around right in front of us here. So if you hear a bit of noise, no, he's going the other way. He's turned right. Going around anti-clockwise around the field here from our position at Jesmond. So I hope he put his indicator on there, and the three blue covers all tied together are getting towed away around. So the pitch has been revealed. It was revealed earlier. It didn't start raining again until about 20 to 12, so about 25 minutes ago it was, and the stumps were set up and everything, and there was a bit of sunshine, a bit of breeze, but the weather came in and the covers have been on for about 10 or 15 minutes now, and they've just been taken off. As I say, the stumps were set up, but the two umpires haven't reappeared from the clubhouse again. But we've got bright sunshine again. It seems to be coming from the round to our left, but it keeps getting drowned out by these banks of grey cloud, which have lightened a little bit across to the right, where the breeze is coming from. They've got just a bit higher, but it doesn't look as if they're making any great hurry to get across the ground here, and it just looks as if they're going to be followed across at the moment. But as the covers are taken off here at Jesmond again, just an update at 12:30 I think the players are going to take an early lunch, and the outfield here is quite damp. One or two bits, as the information comes out, one or two bits underfoot, a bit soft and squidgy, given underfoot, but the field here, nice cut short the outfield, one or two bits of loose grass lying about, but everything seems to be in place. But he's just so the covers have come off here, but our groundsman here has just taken them round, so he's put them in a position where if there's any great hurry to get them back on, he's parked them just at the top end there, which is the far end from us, and he can run back over the field and jump on the tractor and get the covers back up on the pitch. But the bowlers' run-ups have not been covered here in this last 20 minutes or so of light drizzle. It hasn't been more than light, but it's getting whipped along on the breeze. But we've got bright sunshine here now, and it's stopped raining. But I think while we go on to that, I've already mentioned to 12:30 early lunch there for the players and our broadcast times. We'll go on as long as we can keep the steam up, or I'll go on as long as I can keep some steam up here, because the teams, I don't think there's been a toss yet. So the teams, as in the programme here for today's match here at Jesmond, start with the home team here. Hewison, Thompson, Brown, that's Marcus Brown, Tyndall, Arshad, Tom Cant the captain, Simpson, Callan McCabe, Peyton, he's the wicket-keeper for Northumberland today. I think it's the 5th wicket-keeper they've used this season. Ollie McGee in there as well, and Hanley, the young Benwell Hill player there. So that's the team in the programme today. It has been announced on the Twitter feed of Northumberland County Cricket Club, so do go on there and have a look. It was advertised on Friday, I think it was, the team was announced. So do go and have a look on there and keep up to date. The same with the Cumberland team. This is not the official confirmed team yet, but we've got Zalem, Semple, Slack. This is for Cumberland. So Zalem, Semple, Slack, Stables, McGladdery, Jack Dutoit, the captain, Watkinson, Boyne, Howarth, the wicketkeeper, Siddle and Hodgson. So those are the two teams that have been announced. But as I say, I don't think we've had a toss yet, so they could, one or two might change. But we'll have to wait and see what comes out. But looking through the figures here for the teams, Northumberland, they've lost 3 and drawn 1 so far. And the first game lost to Hertfordshire. After following on, they lost that one by 8 wickets. And it was James Thompson in that match, 19 and 51. He got opening the batting. Tom Cantor 70 in that one, and 2 for 51. That was the captain. And then the second game lost to Buckinghamshire by an innings and 59 runs after bowling first there. And then it was a draw down in Bedfordshire at Bedford School, and they were chasing 300 plus there in that match, and they were batting last, and they drew that one against Bedfordshire. And in the last match they lost to Lincolnshire by 185 runs down at Grantham. The Cumberland side today, well, we'll just have a look with Northumberland in the table there, but the Cumberland side today, they have fared a bit better. Cumberland, their first match, they lost by 8 wickets to Cambridgeshire, then lost to Staffordshire by 4 wickets, won against Hertfordshire by 74 runs, and they won against Bedfordshire by 160 runs. So up in the East Division table for the minor counties, the Unicorn Minor Counties Championship, Eastern Division, Lincolnshire up there at the top, and Suffolk, Cumberland in 5th. Today's visitors here to Jesmond were played for 56 points, won 2, lost 2. They've got 12 batting bonus points and 12 bowling bonus points. Northumberland down second bottom in 9th, played for 24 points and won none, lost 2 and drawn 1. And it is they've got 6 batting points there and 14 bowling points. So that's how they make up their 24 from that match, from the table, from the matches so far. In the Western Division, Berkshire played for 94 points. Their top, Shropshire, played for and 75 points. That's at the top of Western Division, but we'll concentrate back on the teams here this afternoon. Just a quick update out there at the moment. It's stopped raining now. There's a heavy breeze. The covers have been on and off. They weren't on for long, but the players to take an early lunch at 12:30, and I hope they enjoy that. What time are we on now? Just coming up to 12:10. But looking through the teams here, we've got Hewison playing for Tyndale, and a Stockton player, Tom Hewison, born in Stockton, actually Stockton player. He's the right-handed opening batter usually. He's had 6 innings this year, 97 runs just from the averaging 16. But James Thompson, he's scored the most runs. He's the top scorer for Tyndale. This is just in the Minor Counties Championship though. The T20 went off very well, just losing out at the top of the table there by net run rate. But in the Minor Counties Championship, James Thompson, Sacriston player, he is 301 runs, and from 8 innings with 1 not out, he's averaging 43. Simpson playing today as well, born in Darlington, the Newcastle club, Newcastle, right arm batsman, right arm medium pace bowler. He's had 8 innings as well with 1 not out, and just 114 runs there for the big lad from Newcastle. Plays for Newcastle here at Jesmond. And looking down, we'll have a look through the rest of the team. Marcus Brown, looking down there, he's played in the last 3 matches. He didn't play in the first one against Hertfordshire, but 144 runs so far, averaging 24 from those 6 innings. And the captain, Tom Cant, there, 248 runs. He's averaging 41 from his 7 innings with 1 not out there. He didn't bat in the second innings down at Bedfordshire there. So he gets, he's up the top there, and he's bowled. So him and Thompson have really struck out the batting. But as it says in the programme here for Northumberland today, through unavailability mostly, and just reading through, it's from the chairman of the Northumberland club here. Unavailability and things like that, they haven't had the services of 1 or 2 of the senior players this season as much as they probably would have liked. But it does go on to say that a lot of debutants this year. 23 players used up till now. And they might have added to that with today's game, but they've done all right. They've kept fighting. Seen most of the games here at Jesmond, and went down for the first day down at Grantham as most of the season for them, and no doubt they'll open again today when Cumbria or Cumberland do eventually bat. But averaging 41, Zalem is from his 8 innings, and Sample 23. Sam Dutton as well. I don't think he's down in the team today. No, he's not. But who else have we got there? Michael Slack. He's had 6 innings this season. Didn't play in the game against Hertfordshire for the visitors today. He's averaging 22. Jacques the captain, averaging 34. He's had 6 innings, which he didn't play against Hertfordshire neither. His last match 37 and 37, same score in both innings there as well. Down, he's the captain. Now, Watkinson down at the bottom. Now he's only played 1 game for the county this year. He played the last one against Bedfordshire, and he's had an impressive start, 107 and 35 in his innings. And he bowled as well and took 1 wicket in his only game, which was the last one. So he's got that. He's only had 2 innings, but 71 average must be pretty good going at this rate. So he's named in the team sheet for today. On the bowling front, any more batsmen having a look there? Gary Pratt, he's not named today in the team. Sam Wood as well, he's not in. I'm just having a look down. Stables, averaging 41 and a quarter from his 4 innings so far. He's played the last 2 matches against Hertfordshire and Bedfordshire. So 117, 1, 17 and 30 for him. So that more or less covers the batting there. As we look now, looking at the bowling for today's match as we come up towards it. For Tynedale, Sean Tyndall named there in the team, and he's only played 1 minor county championship match this year, and he took 5 wickets in the first match, 3 in the first innings, 2 in the second for Northumberland against Hertfordshire. So at 14, 5 at 14 runs apiece. Rory Hanley, he's played in 2 matches. He played in the last one against Lincolnshire. Unfortunately, he hasn't taken a wicket yet, but it's his first season, and he's battled away as well as anybody. Quirk as well. He's only played in a couple of games. He played in the first match and the last match. He's just taken 1 wicket there. But Simpson, I don't think Quirk's playing in the team today. He must be unavailable. Simpson playing today. He's taken 4 wickets. He bowled in the first match, in the second, in the first innings there, after they lost by an innings Northumberland to Buckinghamshire, and he took 1 wicket in the first innings in the last match. But the 2 leading bowlers for Northumberland, it has to be said, are the spin twins, McGee and Ollie McGee. He's taken 14 wickets at 35, and Tom Cant 12 wickets. The captain there, 12 wickets at 30 each, and Ollie McGee 5 for 110 in the second innings in the last match, and Tom Cant, he's got 5 for 40 as well, and that was in the first innings against Bedfordshire. And versus Hertfordshire, he bowled a tremendous amount of overs, 69. His match figures there, the captain of Northumberland, 69 overs, 13 maidens, 8 for 157, plus 55 with a bat in that match as well. So he really took it upon himself that day. But those 2, Ollie McGee and Tom Cant, have led the bowling. And Callan, the other name I wanted to mention here, Callan McCabe, he's made his debut for his first season at club level as well. Born in Shotley Bridge, according to the program here. He made his debut in the match for Northumberland against Bedfordshire and took 3 wickets, and then he took 3 in the last match against Lincolnshire as well. So he's taken 6 wickets, and he's taken them at 25.5 so far. So he's had a good start, and he's named in the team today as well. So as we look through here, outside at the moment, what's the weather situation out here? Just the cloud has got a bit, it hasn't got any higher, it's got a bit lighter, and it's still not raining out there at the moment. Just can't feel it. We've got our little window open here in our black box, sitting, we're at the Osborne Terrace side of the road here. But so we've gone through the teams there. The players are having, it'll be 10 minutes and they'll have an early lunch. It wouldn't be a surprise if 1 or 2 of them are taking up the offer of a cuppa or a hot meal now. But it's still quite warm here. We've had all the seasons, it seems, in about 2 hours here this morning. I arrived just before 10:30, and it wasn't raining then, but the outfield's still a bit damp out there as well, and it's been reported as soft in the goings, soft in places, as they might say on the turf. But anyway, so that more or less fills in everybody with the teams, and we've got no play yet. So there'll be an inspection, no doubt, sometime after the early lunch, and see what's going on then. So just a bit more look at the batting here for Northumberland. Tom Cant 350s, highest score of 70 versus Hertfordshire. Thompson 250s and 100. 105 not out, his highest score versus Bedfordshire. 61 Sean Tyndall he's got 150, 61 versus Hertfordshire, that's his highest score. Phil Mustard, he's not playing today. Callum McCabe 66 versus Lincolnshire, and it was him and Tom Cant who put on that innings saving partnership down there. Tom Hewison 51, his highest score versus Bedfordshire, he's got 150, and they're the players with 50s and only the 100 this season. With the bowling, just the two players there with 2 5-wicket hauls, and Tom Cant with his 8 wickets in the match there. But for Cumberland, Zellum has 350s this season, 76 his highest score versus Hertfordshire. Semple just the 150 there, 52 versus Cambridgeshire. Slack 150 there as well. And his highest score, that was his highest score, 73 versus Cambridge. Dutton, I don't think he named, he's not in the team today, but it's a pity because from Cumbria's point of view, for his 350s, 87 versus Hertfordshire, and Stables and Watkinson there, both with the 200s this season for the neighbouring county here, across about 30 or 40 miles to the west of here today. In the bowling for Cumberland, Bulcock, I see he's not named in the team neither. 5 for 73, it's his best. Wood, he's not named today, is he? No. His best was 5 for 70. But Jack Dutoit, 6 for 35 versus Bedfordshire. And Boyne and Semple have come in with 4-wicket hauls and 3-wicket hauls respectively throughout the season here. So there's just 2 games left for both these clubs in East Division, and Northumberland it is who they'll play Staffordshire in the last game, and Cumberland, they have Lincolnshire in their last game as well for them, and that's next week. And I'm just looking through here, Northumberland's game, the next game is over at South in the Unicorns Championship East Division. The next home match, which will be the last match for Northumberland, plays Staffordshire, and that's over just across west from here, over at South Northumberland's ground at Gosforth, and that's in September. So I'm just looking there, they seem to have put in the programme the wrong dates are on, because we've got today's match dates, Sunday the 19th and 20th and 21st of August on there, but I don't think I've got the fixtures on us. I think it's about the 2nd of September or something like that, Northumberland's last match, and that's over at South Northumberland Cricket Club over there in Gosforth as well. So we've blathered on more or less for 25 minutes here about everything but the cricket going out on the field, because we haven't had any this morning, which is a shame after the almost invincible summer we've had so far here in Northumberland and Tyneside in County Durham. But as I look out onto the field now from our position here over towards the scoreboard, the covers are off, they've been on once and off again, but it's just dulled over again, so the players taking an early lunch at 12:30, just 5 minutes away. But for now I think I'll just let you talk amongst yourselves if you're listening. Thank you for you're more than welcome to listen in throughout the afternoon, and if you have been for this first broadcast here, just if you just hang on, we haven't done any play, but our next broadcast here on Cricket West Tyne from Jasmine this afternoon will be at 2:30, and where hopefully, but maybe against all the odds, we might get some play out here on this first day of this Minor County Championship match between Northumberland and Cumberland. But for now, I think I'll leave you where you are. Do join us again. You can join us wherever and whenever you can get an internet connection, on your phone, on your PC, on your laptop, iPad or tablet or anything like that. But do join us, you can, on next broadcast at 2:30. But the players, I'll leave you with the players taking an early lunch here at Jesmond at 12:30, and shortly after that there will be a pitch inspection as well. So until 2:30, I'll speak to you again then. Goodbye for now.